guys. Feeling a little here we go. All right. You live? You're live. All right. I gotta go get some eye bag stuff because I feel like. Where is it? Let's go. Simon. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it. It wasn't so good. Brian, a Jersey friend, got up. Not friend, but like comic that I know from the comedy scene. Apparently, Brian has gotten up before. I just found this out. I don't know. I feel like someone might be confusing him with other people. But anyway, he apparently has gotten up before. They were doing bucket pull after bucket pull after bucket pull. Like, not that many, but like a lot. And he got pulled, he kicked butt, and yeah, they ended it, and Pat O'Neill got like a little less time to talk, but he killed it too. My boyfriend got to come, they came, and okay. You turn it off? Oh, let me see. You turn it off. Why? David Tells didn't do sound check, or he did, and it just the whole thing that he had on was like they got messed up. This like robot that he had on. Washing dishes. Oh yeah, follow him on Instagram. I already know. The thing is, like, it is exciting in the moment, but you have to keep following through with everything. I don't know how my boyfriend does this camera thing, staying still, but he does it much better than I do. This is the fit this morning. I got very sick last night on our way back from the music fest. So, filled in the air, but drink off the water too. I'm gonna move this. Just put it out there. Here we go. Okay, he did horrible. Yeah, he was, and guess what? He did bad on stage. Weird, because he killed him the last time, right? And I was like, what did I do? I got something so cool. He did bad. They gave him a small joke book, and then he was like, "Can I say something else?" And so he was like, "No, you're done." But it was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, they didn't remember him? Because they always say in the episode, you've been on Kill Tony before, right? But no, I guess maybe not always. I don't know. I also, it's definitely intimidating when you hear people get rude. Hit that likes button. Kind of stretched. I gotta get something for these bags this morning, and I gotta finish one of them. Went to Music Fest yesterday. So much fun. Saw AJR. They were great. Didn't drink enough water. And I got one of those like Bahama Mamas, and I filled it up with whatever we have these like jugs. And how Kay was Tony and Bert. No, I didn't get to meet him, but he was very interactive with us the second night. Like not very amusing. Come on, Comics, who's been doing it the longest? And he was looking up at us. And it was cool. Well, that part was a lot of fun. They also acknowledged the comedians who signed up on the side. I feel like it was in the very beginning, and that was pretty neat too. I like that. David Tell and Jimmy Carr were the panelists. Sal Vulcano made an appearance. Jim Norton was back again doing a set. And who else? Hit that like button. Don't forget we get 100 jumping jacks. We get 100 likes, we do 100 jumping jacks. Norton was both days. Norton was panel day 1, and then he came and did a set on day 2. And he also said, of course I watched it. Yeah, we had a ticket both nights. So once we signed up, they gave us our ticket. And they had us on the left side of the stage. Right on the side. And they would come, the band would pull in, I'll have to show you clips on my behind the scenes. Red Band, Tony would pull the number, give it to Red Band, give it to Colt. Brent wrote it on the memo board, and then just watched it. And then, so honestly, we saw firsthand it's not rigged. At least nothing was rigged about that. That was exactly what it was. And on top of that, no, they're not making it Netflix. That's why you did it on the streaming service. He got all that. So, I mean, unless you feel like he's gonna do it, yeah. He had it because John paid for the service for the episode, and then you had what was I gonna say next for that? Then you had the second night. A lot of the polls were not like they pulled more the second night because it was back-to-back bombing, and he almost got cut. He was like, we gotta bring Cat O'Neill out. They literally had like 2 minutes left. Because they have to be off the stage at 10 o'clock. I guess it's like a month. I guess they charge more or something after their time. Good morning, Kendall. And that place, I mean, they emptied out, like, as soon as Cat went, the Cat, once again, they didn't even question with Cat. I don't think. Because I was going over to my boyfriend's section at that time, and I didn't get to see Cat's set. So, because they were further, I was all the way on the left side of the stage. They were on the second tier. Right here. Cool. The second night I feel like was more intense energy for the comic. Felt like we were all in a retreat together after the first day. Oh, another. It just was crazy how if that guy had gotten on the secret show, but then he bombed on the set. I don't understand it. It's crazy. I do believe in Jesus Christ. Get a life. What's wrong with you? It's like because I took off my Chris. This is the people that come in here. Chris.
Glad you took off your cross. I don't think you believe in Jesus. LOL.
What's wrong with you? Sorry. I am going to both mics tonight, and I'm going to write what I'm going to write one-liners, pop, pop, pop. I want to pop. I just gotta really, some of the things I was like, I don't think I actually should start with that. And I made the decision, when I saw that crowd on Saturday, I was like, let's start with saying I'm a single mom. And they'll blew that right out the gate. So, I don't know, my whole opinion has changed on what I should start with now. Versus, you know. Ooh, that's actually good. Right? Who just won? Oh my God. I'm a mess. That's song from AJR. I'm a mess. I am a mess. Yes, I'm a mess. Alright, I have to do more. This is what. What did I have? I get doing some of these like butt crunch stuff. I feel like I don't want to lose my butt. I was talking to my boyfriend about this yesterday because our girls are doing the army challenge blank thing. They both kicked ass. John's daughter, Gabriella got she got the record for holding the plank, and so she got 11, and then my daughter got 3 minutes, and my daughter don't plank, so both of them did exceptional. I mean, exceptional. And we've seen Gabby do the plank challenge with me. Now we know, girl is fierce. Oh my God. Anyway. I don't want no problems. That's what Little Mo says. I don't want no problems. If you have yourself a problem, it's hard for you to deal with a heckler. I don't know why you call yourself a comedian if it's hard for you to deal. It's not hard for me. You're just an idiot. You don't believe in Jesus because you took off. What is it? So I took off my cross, and you're like, because you don't believe in Jesus anyway. What makes you think I don't believe in Jesus? Because I wear tops or something that you don't approve of? What is wrong with you? It is hard to. Chris lives in his grandmother's basement because even his mother doesn't want to deal with him. It's not, but here we are. Okay. Should have left the water. Yeah, what's funny? Definitely didn't drink enough water yesterday, so I'm also still feeling like feeling a little your house is 5,200 square feet. Thank your grandmother for letting you live there. Or whatever relative you got stuck with because you're an asshole. I don't even know. Or he's just a rich asshole. Oh, you're a woman. You're not funny. Yep. Love these. So yummy, don't they? But I will say I am going to work harder at my 1 minute because I feel like there's some other stuff there I could be doing. I don't know. I don't know if that would be my go-to now. So that's again, like I said, I only wanted to get picked. I was gonna kill, and I thought my 1 minute would kill. Then I saw some people bomb, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that one. I think I would have started with the ADHD joke, and then I would have gone in with the Bienvenidos. So that's what I would have started with. What? Jane's in the house. Wow. This is a rare occasion. We haven't had Jane in a minute. I have 2 shows coming up this week. One in Morristown and one in Montclair. So if you're in either of the areas, please come to them. Chris, I'm too tired to deal with your fucking comments. Just calling it like I see it, honey. That's not, see, that's the thing is, he's in at least his 50s. Saying a phrase like that. Let me call in. You can call in on my Twitch tonight. I don't have to call in on YouTube. Not for YouTube. Not for someone like you, buddy. Well, I mean, maybe we should at some point have a producer monitor the call-ins, but I think that'd be great. But my Twitch will have one tonight. I don't think I'm going to use the camera. I think it's just going to be Google Meet without the camera. Oh, I'm wrong again. Look at me. Being a dumbass woman. Being wrong again. Chris, are you wearing your toupee to McDonald's for coffee with the fellows today? Do people still wear toupees? I think we're gonna do it at 11:30. 11:30 is usually the time, so. If I'm not, I have honestly, hi surfboard. Yeah, 11:30. But you can always hit this. You can always hit the notification button. I don't really care. Chris is tuning in, so thanks for coming, Chris. Thanks for coming. Don't forget, hope he doesn't like this, but we got our special challenge. We gotta get to, or we just get to 100 likes, and we do 100 jumping jacks. Did I stop this? Oh. I can't teach you to be funnier. No, I've never heard that one before. What is the egg balance challenge? I guess you just challenge me to balance the egg wherever you want me to balance it. Except... yeah, that's what it is, right? Hold on, let's see. Out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls seem polite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. We are reaching for the stars. The egg. And I wonder where you are. This is always in my freezer, so I have like this. I feel like this is where I want to get into the best shape of my life. Like I look at, like this isn't bad, but I feel like for not doing things, like for eating whatever I really eat, and then like we're running twice a running, and then sometimes like I haven't taken a dance class since January, March. No. I haven't taken a dance class in months, and I was saying earlier this year I want to do more dancing, and yes, I could do it in my house and mess around, but like taking the class gives me more structure and discipline to it. Dumping water on me? Oh, that's gotta be a $50 stream. And I mean, you have to put it not in the super chat, the stream tips. I can't dump water on my head. Oh my god, are you serious? That's a $50 stream. I have to like do something. Dumping water on my head? What is this, the ice bucket challenge? No discipline equals no success. Correct. I have like one piece of Italian bread. Great. $50 is crazy. I don't want to pour water on my body right now. Hurry. I don't understand. I mean, I understand. I'm not more. So time do you think, like, gigs have done and now you're a camp girl? And Kim Patterson didn't come. I was surprised about that. Probably busy and stuff, so that's it. But Fiona Pauly did really good. She was on. What's up, Chris? Chris didn't mean nothing. I never said that. I don't know where Rosie's stand on much. I'm going to do a quick I message her, I think, today. I haven't seen her on the streams. Alright. So what I would like to do is do more, watch, eating healthier. Cleanses, whatever it is. I don't know, maybe I'll just start with eating, a healthier diet. Obviously last night we had a healthy diet. But I don't know what I'm doing. But, eating yogurt in the morning and then salad, salmon maybe, or chicken in the afternoon, and then a healthy dinner, okay? And not eating after 7:30 at night. That's kind of what I'm going to try. Or maybe not eating it after 9, because I could try the 7 o'clock thing, but that's going to be hard for me. Only... I don't know, Twitch does it too. That's what Jonathan showed me. Twitch does that. People send me super chats, have sent me super chats all the time for challenges. It's just challenges because it's on-demand challenges. I think that's pretty fair. Because everyone's always asking for it. I don't know anymore, alright? I do them sometimes no matter what. I'm just saying if you want it right at this very moment, an egg challenge, sure, let's do it. So it's... No, he just told me that on Twitch, she showed me on Twitch how you can do all kinds of cool things. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, I hear him good back there. Okay, alright. So, overall, what do you guys think of the interviews on the streets? That was funny. PJ was that guy who is with no shirt on and was just being silly pretty much the whole time. And then he also got on the Jumbotron. He got on not Jumbotron, that big screen. So funny. With no shirt on. It's like... I'm gonna put this back here. It's just funny. Sorry. John has to show me how to put this on, so it's not... I did it a bunch of times, and yet I'm still having difficulty with it. See, Heidi's stomach was no joke. When she walked out, you could see her, she has not, everything is just boom. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, her diet must be, on point. I don't know. I'm putting this off camera so the boy does not see much sugar. Although what he does, we talked about that yesterday. See, it's just the thing is, when I move this here, you guys can get the better light of the stove. This little stove light. Yeah. All right, we got our coffee ready here. See? Here's right. There we go. There's some milk. Cookies. Yeah. this week. I have one on Friday, one on Saturday. What? Huh? Yeah, like, why are you... Saturday? I don't understand what you're saying. Should I have an egg? You can have an egg. Actually, I don't want an egg. I feel like I want anything, actually, to eat. So, as far as guests this week, I don't have any scheduled yet. I'm going to work on Dedrick. Because Dedrick has replied to me a bunch of times. Maybe I'll have Brian. Oh, you got it. Get it. Right, maybe I'll have Brian on. But apparently Brian was on now, they're saying. He was on at the Madison Square Garden one twice that he was picked. Hi, good morning, vulnerability. Good morning. Ouch. Michelle. Yes. Dojo is still not really opening, so I'm not sure what's going on with them. We had a couple of there's competition happening apparently. Here we go. When I got pulled, I was on an inside bucket pull because I got two. Oh crap! Wait, that's amazing. Hey, do you want to come on my YouTube live stream this week? I do them daily. I'm doing it right now, actually. So G-Pow was on a couple episodes ago, and I also is a great experience. Caroline's Comedy Club closed, I would say 2-3 years ago. Oh, let me get to that part. Okay, so speaking of Caroline's, that's where I first started, was at Caroline's. So, you know what I'll do? I'll put this in my... And I took a class. Can you guys see me up here? I took a class, with Linda Smith, who was a writer for Rosie O'Donnell, also just a comedian. And this guy was in my class, and he was nice. Tom was on the show on Saturday. And he bombed. This is why I'm like, man, I can't get on this show eventually and then bomb after all of this. I mean, it happens, or it never happens. But if you're so good at your craft, it won't happen, So like, okay, at the time, I don't remember it being horrible. And then he got up. A lot of real comics bomb. I'm telling you right now, before I get into the whole issue topic with Tom, like, I'm telling you that it felt like it was intense. Madison Square Garden, there weren't even for some of the bucket pulls from the legends, it wasn't like, oh, some of them were killed. Ari Mahdi killed both nights. Okay, both nights. And Fiona Cawley killed. I'd say they all were really good, but it wasn't as like you thought. Like, I feel like if certain comics got out on this show, let's see Leslie Jones. If Leslie Jones come out during Kill Tony's show, I think she would have gotten booed. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's also like the type of the comic too. You know, I'm just saying, like, exactly. Or they start and they pause. People were doing that. So this guy Tom came out, and I was surprised because he teaches comedy. He teaches comedy. What the hell? And yet, see, like, that's what, yeah, he was bummed. I'm just telling you, he's bombing. Dave Attell's robot bombed. Dave Attell brought this little guy out on a robot, little skeleton, smoking a cigarette. The sound failed, like the audio stuff stopped working, and the robot got straight up booed. And then Dave Attell came out to be the robot with the microphone. It was bad. It was bad. And then it didn't help. It didn't help set the stage for success. Yeah, people do that. Absolutely. So I was laughing because we were talking a little bit more. We were talking a lot about it yesterday too. I'm so glad that I'm just disappointed that I got sick at the end of the night because I had such a great time yesterday. Also, running off the high that you having your support there. If you got on stage, like my boyfriend and his dad and his daughter were there, that would have been really cool. Of course, but but also to see that experience, and also I've been watching Kill Tony and seeing all this stuff of like, well, if I get on, like how I would appropriately handle how I would handle the interview. It was another thing too, at the point where people were bombing, it wasn't so much the interview anymore. There was a kid who went on who was autistic who said his shirt said autism 3:16. And then he said his set was horrible. It was his first time trying stand-up, but he hasn't had a kiss in 2 years. So they brought up, and then they brought up someone to kiss him who looked like Gollum. And then they got her off stage. They're like, she got up on the stage and she was like this, like a little, like, I don't know what, and it was crazy. She looked like a little pterodactyl. I kind of look like a pterodactyl right now doing that. The woman they had escort her off the stage. She was bugging everybody out. No. I have pictures. I'm gonna do behind the scenes today. I'll sort of show you guys. They did tell us don't take your phones out, but no one came and said, hey, put your phone away. They didn't do it like that. No one even checks my tick. After I climbed the set in, no one was checking out what was that. It was like, no, I shouldn't say that. They did check when I went to say hello to John and his dad and Gabriella. They did check it again, but like, I was like, I'm a comic, I signed up, and they're like, all right, it's fine. So the girl that he was supposed to originally kiss looked like this pterodactyl walking around like this, and then they booked her off, and then Tony's like, she looks like, is this a woman? Like, it was so creepy because then also like she was getting on top of the drum where the band was and trying to sit where the drummer. It was weird. So they got her off, and then they brought another chick on, tall and like thin. She was pretty, but then she started acting weird. And then they kept like talking. She was trying to hold his hand and talking, and then when she finally kissed him, it was like not even a real kiss. And then they were like, boo, and they booed the kiss. And then she like wasn't gonna give him a kiss, and then it was a disaster. And then finally, they couldn't get her off stage. And then the kid with autism, when she went to go shake his hand, he went like that, and the crowd went wild. And then he got a big joke book because of his interview. But his set sucked. And then when they brought out a couple other the rest of the comics were not doing good, and Tony was like, what the hell? Their set was doing bad, like they were getting booed. One woman was picked in the midst of it, and it didn't go well. So the guy Tom that I know, I felt he did really bad. His interview went really bad too, and I was like, what the hell? I don't know. So it did make me think about who I'm surrounding myself with in the stand-up community, who is really being honest about my jokes, because some of the jokes that work at my shows work at Divorce Area shows, but some of them that work when I host or versus when I'm not hosting, or the age bracket, and now I'm just like, we gotta rethink everything. So, but what I always felt most natural to do on stage was be energetic and talk about my life. I always feel the most natural doing that, right? However, not all the time are people going to be like, well, let's... Like, if I went out and said, I'm Italian, probably would have gotten cheers, right? But if I went out and said, I'm a single mom first, I don't think... Like, in Madison Square Garden, my first part of my joke, not my first joke, but the first half of my joke, if it was, I'm Italian, I would have gotten more cheers than I'm a single mom. Because the ladies I love, there were women there, but they're not going to overpower the men. So, I'm being real, I feel like they don't like women. And I don't mean that, like, every person in the audience didn't like a woman, but I think that the crowd as a whole, like... Oh, by the way, side note, the kid with autism, he wasn't a kid, he was like 21. He goes, at one point he goes, are you not entertained? It's the best. Didn't you say anything? I was like, oh my god, that's... What I have? Alright, anyway. You know when you get a weird text from somebody and you're like, I gotta deal with this? I have that happened to me today, and it's very frustrating. What did he say? No, not today. Tuesday through Friday, pick one. So, G-Pow, who was... Okay. Oh, okay, I just got your message. Yes, of course. So, G-Pow will be on. So, he was on Kill Tony a couple weeks ago. And, no, maybe a month ago. He was waiting online with me in Austin. And he also produces a lot of shows in Austin. So, he was from Jersey originally and moved down to Austin and is doing stand-up like every day now. So we'll talk to him about what's going on there. I think the best part is that the networking you're making with the comedians is helpful to getting more bookings and getting on. Where's my stop? I have a lot of cleaning to do today. Thanks, Eric, for the support. John was saying observational comedy is like the way to go for someone like me, especially because like I connect better to like telling my story through jokes, like about my life through jokes. But I can work on my observational stuff for sure. I'm going to, in fact. You can make your life turn into the observational jokes, I guess, right? So if you said, oh, you know, like I just didn't go into details, but I got I wasn't feeling good. We were waiting to leave the festival yesterday, after the concert. By the way, AJR was amazing in concert. Amazing. Do you think Pauly Shore's worse? No, I like Pauly Shore. AJR, really great concert. Lots of fun. It just was a great show. We had a lot of fun. So what I was saying, and then I got these slew of messages that were not like great messages to get, especially when I was feeling very sick. I had a massive headache. I was getting a headache. It started off small and it got bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the concert, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. But then I was like, all right, I got water and it made me feel better. So I knew I was like, all right, I'm probably just dehydrated. I'll take a Motrin when I get in the car. And I realized that I don't have Motrin. And then I took a Tylenol. And then I just progressively, I should have drank more water. And the thing is, when you're having, I had two, they fill up, I left it done. The mugs are pretty big, like this. They're a hefty mug. So I got a Bahama Mama. And then, they don't have that much alcohol in them because, I don't know. But then I was like, after a while, I was like, oh no, I kind of feel it. So then I drank water, and then I waited, and I had a beer with our, good morning, last beer, happy Monday. I had an Italian beer, but I didn't drink the whole thing at the restaurant. I put the pint, I sipped, I think I might have had like 2 sips, and then I put it into the mug, and just drank the rest of it as we were, moving around. I got corn dog, all that stuff. So, and then I had nachos. And I ate too, so I feel like just a combination of everything and not feeling like, felt very sick, and I got sick. Felt so embarrassed. The worst feeling. And we came back from my boyfriend's house this morning, so, because I was like, I'm gonna crash just right now. No, I wasn't wasted. That's the thing, is like, at all, and that's embarrassing too. I'm like 44 and not trying to get wasted with my boyfriend and our kids. I just had, you have the beverages. I had 2, and yes, you know what? The Bahama Mama is pretty big though. So you're looking at this. I would say John's gonna be like, no, Michelle, it's bigger. So maybe one of these, maybe 1.5 of these in the cup, right? What's a good example? I don't have one. Maybe a little bit, but it's wide. Oh well. So, didn't drink enough water. It was hot. We're outside. Hate that feeling. So, I am Weird Girl. Is that your user? Okay. I'm Weird Girl too. Let me just check something, which I don't have a meeting that I'm missing. I keep making money off of Facebook, but it's like $1. I don't know what that is. Plans for today are to write and go into both open mics with very strong punches. Like any joke that I know has a punch, I'm going with it. I gotta see what's working across the board. And submit to this comedy festival, Mad Funny Comedy Festival. I think they're now actually. I want to do some working out though. So let's go. So first we're gonna do some stretches, and then we're gonna talk about some more of the jokes. But I actually did want to get to. Hold on, let me pause this for a second because I want to talk to you guys about this. This is this was what I wanted to say something about that guy, Tom. Good morning, nice to meet you too. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, guys. You have to in order to chat. I have it on there, so hopefully you all have hit it. Body is tea. I really do want to like, I don't want to do like the bodybuilding challenges, but I want to do like, I honestly do think I'm going to work on getting I might even just, thank you for sending the gift, Angel. You guys, you can also send a gift to Streamlabs tip jar. Feel free. If you enjoy the live stream, why not? So, I would like to change my diet. Although I love bread, I maybe cut out bread, cut out all alcohol for a month. Ugh, that's gonna be. I love wine, beer. I love the taste. It's great, but I'm gonna try. All right, so let's say we cut out breads. What could be the other thing? All right, what did he write? Could be I mean, we could cut out alcohol, and we only have proteins, and we have less sugar. Less sugar. That means I have to start with less sugar in here, baby. Or I could also just start slowly, because I know myself. If I throw myself too many things at once, I'll be like, all right, now I can't do it. Because that's what everyone likes to say. Like, start taking one step at a time. It's like, all right. So, good morning. So, I'll just start by not eating after 9 o'clock. That's hard for me. See, like in his butt, like I want to get my butt. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to the. Brutus says just. Hi, John Francis. You're saying Brutus says cut out carbs and do intermittent fasting. Cut out alcohol and go low carb and do intermittent fasting daily. What should we do? I would follow my boyfriend's regimen because I think he's gonna start getting his diet changed because he's doing a competition in jiu-jitsu at the end of the year. And in November, I think he said? Yes, November. And like, I can't do it. He does like intense. Like, he cannot eat and not get hangry. I get hangry. But that's also, I guess, when you train your body, right? Like, your mind, it's a mind thing, no?
Silver star.
Thank you for the star. Okay, so today, again, I want to go back to the point where I was trying to make, because I'm going to do some stretches and I'll sit back. We'll sit back in the depths, the interview section, which we just at 10 o'clock. We're not interviewing anybody. You take sugar in your coffee too. Of course I do. Dance is a part of my regimen I would like to bring back. I was even thinking about just teaching a class again, because then I'll make some money from it and also do it. I have to show up if I'm teaching. But the thing is with teaching is that you're not like full blown. I mean, you are. I always did my exercises and the combos full out with my students. I didn't do like marking it. I always did it full out. So I could, just to get back in the swing of things, but have to be at the same time as my daughter's practice and stuff. And then also, so I'm thinking of doing it on my own too. Just realized I have to do that company thing. Okay. So today's to-do list. I make multiple to-do lists. Tom Dukes. To be even in better shape. Also to feel good. Also, yeah, like 44. I don't know. I want my like this and my butt. Boom. See, like, I'm saying already in shape. I'm just saying, like, imagine if I like actually focused on eating properly and doing specific workouts in addition to running. Might also help my stand-up, too. There's an echo? Oh, shit. I know why. I had the fucking thing on. It's because, sorry, thank you, John. It was because I had, when I put that link in the chat, I pressed unmute by accident. Okay. 44-ish. I'm only going to be 45 in 3 months. Well, September, October. It's really almost 2. Nah, it's okay. Boom. I'm not 15 anymore. I'm gonna cry. I felt pathetic when I was in the bathroom at the gas station getting sick. And I just looked at myself in the mirror, I'm like, you're 44. Get it together. Going back to the observational jokes, what if you made the narrative jokes like that you like to, that I rely on for myself, more observational, right? So if I were to say a joke that's observational about a single mom, right? Or about, something. So that's where I was thinking, because my comfort zone is about telling the joke about my life, but then I'm just like, all right, it doesn't seem like, especially in that crowd that I watched this week, if this was the audience I'm writing for, I'm not going with I'm a single mom. Because I slowly backed away. I'm like, if I get picked, I probably have to go in with a different one. I got to go in with the ADHD. Because I just feel like they would have booed me immediately when I walked out anyway. I don't know. Because they'll see a woman and they go, let's tar and feather her. No, all right, so, and then what else? Run. Beats. All right, so we have some shows this week. We have one in Montclair on Saturday, and then one on Friday in Morristown. Very excited about Colonial Comedies on Friday. Mike Filibosian, one of the Dojo guys, Dojo Door guys. He has a show. Lots of the comedians that I was with this past weekend will be there, either on stage or to show support. I really feel if I look back at a year ago, I feel so more a part of the community than I had a year ago. And I've been doing stand-up for a long time. I was very much isolating myself. Like, I'm Michelle, I'm Divorce Diaries, I'm very nice to everybody, but this is me. Like, that's how I think. And now, and I don't know, maybe not, but like, I feel like now I'm just a bigger part of it. And also, like, most of these people are like, men in their 20s and 30s. There's a few in their 40s, but like, I'm not, and that's, there's not, and I feel like I belong with them. I'm not in a weird way. I mean, like, I feel like they look at me like their colleague and companion, and it's true. I do think, and it's great. I like the community that we're a part of. With 44 going on 34. Thanks. I don't know if you could see though. Yes, I do. I gotta go get eye bags. This is from nothing. I definitely need some like eye bag cream or something right there. But I do. Is the echo gone, guys? Do we not hear it anymore? Hopefully not. Let me just make sure. I think I turned. Did I turn the music off? Okay. Yeah, I turned the music off. It's okay. There's gonna be a day. I have to have 7 days straight of no audio issues. That's my goal. Goal this week. Well, that counts out today. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I just counted on my fingers. 6 days with no audio issues. So going back to like making the narrative jokes more observational as opposed to like my narrative jokes, if I could flip them into an observational joke, right? And I talk about, I'm a single mom, which is why I'm dressed like the manager for Army 21. Instead of doing that, I would say like, don't you ever notice that single moms dress like, I wouldn't do it this same exact way, but I could then connect a joke about single moms wearing clothes from Forever 21. It should be forever single and lonely. No, forever. No, I don't know. Something like this. So in other words, it's not just about me. But then again, I don't know. Play around with it. Well, I do feel like I'm curious what Brian got on at Madison Square Garden. Talk about streaming. Oh no, absolutely. The streaming talk on the interview, 100% I would have done that. But on it in the set, you think I should talk about YouTube streaming? Okay. Yeah, I have. But I could say it's something like, I'm a 44-year-old YouTube streamer. This is a business for 15-year-olds, and I'm overpowering you by 25 likes and jumping jacks. That's cringe. When I was 15, I met Nick Lachey and Drew Lachey from 98 Degrees. That's where I was when I was 15. I was at Great Adventure, meeting Nick Lachey, Drew Lachey, and the other ones. I won tickets from Z100. You think you're 15. 15 was a good year, I guess. Yeah. I kissed a boy that year that I really liked. It was a Colombian boy. It was this man. I mean, I could just go into that. I don't know. But there's something about the 44-year-old versus a teenager, and I'm doing it. But everyone says that, like, I mean, I don't agree. I mean, I think that, like, this is a blessing that we have all this shit now. Because when I was 15, I had fucking we had like did we have CD? I don't even remember now. Was it CDs or tapes? Right? So it's like, yeah, we're talking about the streaming. Sorry. Anyway, I'm veering off of what I would say. So we have I do feel comfortable in a lot of these jokes, and I'm like, do I go get rid of everything? Like all the stuff I've been doing for 10 years? No. Guess so. And the reason why I say that is because I know this guy, Tom, for years since I started, and I thought he was a decent because he was getting spots. He has a show, he has a class. He makes his living doing what he does in stand-up and coaching, and he bombed so badly. And Tony was like, what do you do for a living? He's like, this. Bad. So I was just like, if I got the opportunity on that show, I can't bomb. Because he did avoid the question at first. He was like, how long have you been doing stand-up? He's like, a minute. Because he knew what was coming. I also wonder if he watches the show. Because I do feel like a lot of people don't watch the show and they go on it. And again, they're not prepared. Or not only are they not prepared, I think that the minute they think is funny, like me, when you go out on that stage, especially Madison Square Garden, people are waiting to eat you alive. They are smelling and wanting blood. Wait, smelling blood? I don't know. It's gross. The thing is, like, the comics that I am hanging around, that is the ideal audience. If I can get them to laugh, then this is the audience that I need. Like, because a lot, like, the majority of us that were there were the people that I'm like, all right, these are the people I need to keep like being around. Like Manny and I, and now, like, we're comic friends that, like, both have a good, like, we're not getting drunk and high before. I'm not saying, I'm not to see anybody that's doing that, but I'm saying we're positive about how we're supposed to present ourselves on stage. And then also, there's another one. There's a guy named Tim there too from the dojo. He's actually a therapist, but he does comedy too. He's like, yeah, no, I'm fun both days. He's like, even if I get out, I'm fun both days. All that mentality. Josh Tinley's another one. Josh and Bobby Bayonne, guess his guy's last name, who's a cop and also was in the military. He was like, I wasn't going to come, but you guys convinced me to come back. I thought that was great. And there was another guy there who said the same thing when I saw him. I'm like, Taylor, you came back. He's like, yeah, you convinced me. I don't know if that's really true that what I said to him convinced him, but I did tell him the day before. I'm like, why would you not come back? I said, I gave up my hosting spots at Bananas because I was like, no, I'm not going to miss the opportunity. And even though the likelihood of getting on was very small, watching on Smile, Candidate Hall, well, watching this live. So filling. All right. Here we go. I think so. The idea is going into these mics this week and shows this week. My things are shifting because I'm like, all right, I don't want to go into my set I don't want to completely start old brand new material and fuck up, but I don't want to go in weak. So we're gonna go in as strong as we can. Let's see if we can get to the music again, because I think I turned it off. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I turned off the music. Sorry about that. All right, so what I was trying to say before too is when you get distracted, I hate this one, but I'm gonna just when you get distracted, things, where like if someone sends you a very annoying text and you have to deal with it, and you're just like, and I used to fuck up my whole day. I'd get anxious about it, and it would ruin everything. Now I'm just like, you've been through this before. Like, just keep it moving. Don't you wish you could just, like, text messages, you could just delete people sometimes? I'm sure people have thought that about me. My boyfriend said I'm a lot sometimes. I don't know. It's better to be a lot than not enough, right? That's a typical woman phrase. That's maybe something to, because I feel like a lot of us are, right? Women are a lot. No, man, there's going to be something there. Because that's a common phrase. I never heard a man not say that their woman is a lot. Something there, huh? Alright. Hi. Woo. Here we go. Welcome. I'm gonna guess, you said I'm gonna guess your boyfriend's quite younger than me. Well, I don't think you have to guess. I've talked about that a lot. Not quite younger. 8 years younger, maybe quite younger if I was 21. Yes, that would be very not okay. But I'm 44 and he's 36. Stupid, right? That I just did that. When I first met him, I was like, I didn't think of the age at all. I was just talking to him, and then he said something, and I was like, oh, how old? I was like, oh. I was like 34 at the time. And I was like, I'm 43. And I started thinking to myself, like, bitch, you're going to maybe meet people now that are in their 30s, and you're not. By the way, I met Teresa Giudice from Real Housewives of New Jersey outside of... You're on camera. You scared me. You're not on camera, but I'm telling you, you need to move. Wait, 1 second. Hold on, we're changing locations. Changing locations. Okay. 3. Sorry about that, guys. We'll do it over. We'll do it over here. Oh, I did want to read the quote about it. I found this book in my basement. I found this book in my basement that I got. I don't know if I got it when my dad was alive or when he had passed, but it was bargain price. Okay. Dad was a huge John Wayne fan. And I actually was like getting like teary-eyed reading this because of like some of the things I didn't know about John Wayne. And his patriotism, by the way. He's a very strong patriot, like very proud to be an American. I was read the quote about it. My boyfriend was named after John Wayne, and I find it very interesting because there was a lot of similar. Well, I mean, my boyfriend's very patriotic too, and I thought this was an interesting thing about. Where is it? On a side note, hang on. Yeah, I feel like this is like, what did I do to my eye? My fate structure led you to believe that my boyfriend's not with me. Okay, that's great. Fate structure? Oh my God. Alright. John Wayne. Well, this is from True Grit that my dad used to watch over and over again on a separate note. Okay, anyway, real quick. So, it was, where is it? Oh. Patriot was a label he wore proudly. And Jane Fonda discovered that when she returned from Hanoi, I think I'm saying this wrong, Hanoi, where she had posed for photographs with communist soldiers at the height of the protests against the Vietnam War, and Duke refused to speak to her. Good. And whether one agreed with his politics or not, John Wayne knew his stuff. Many bumbling souls made that discovery when they attempted to debate politics with him and found they weren't up to the task. In her book, John Wayne, My Life of the Duke, Pilar Wayne recalled of her husband that he refused to allow anti-war protesters to get the best of him. And he was raising money for scholarships at USC in 1968. And as he was leaving the building, he was greeted by 300 protesters that ran up to him and thrust a Viet Cong flag in his face. Staring down at the young protesters and using his towering frame for effect, he said, "Please don't do that, fellas. I've seen too many kids your age wounded or dead because of that flag, so I don't take too kindly to it." His words stunned the crowd. Then people burst into applause. In a volatile situation, Duke mustered quite quiet dignity to silence the critics. That is a thing. If you can make your fucking haters stand and clap for you, who are like against what you believe, or that's the thing. Anyway, just made me think of that because I saw the book, and like I said, my boyfriend was named after him. And when he first told me that, I thought he was busting me. I was like, "Ooh, that's serious." But then he's like, "No, I am." Okay. So, all right, we'll do we'll do some stretching, and then we'll, so getting to the observational stuff is important. I don't want to miss out on really tight jokes. My concern, like I've said, is that some of the mics I'm going to, or the things I'm putting myself in, are they working for me? Are they not working for me? What do I need to shift? Does it even, maybe I just need to keep trying new jokes at these places? Yeah. You're gonna call in tonight? Oh, this will be interesting. Okay. When you take a paint roller to your face like you were earlier, I'm gonna guess why you're damaging. What? No, it's the copyright-free music. I don't know. Chris, why do you hate me? Just go somewhere else. Maybe you don't hate me. I don't know. But sure, you can call in. I don't know. That's just a typical thing. Why do you hate me? The other thing of why I got into stand-up is I love being silly. Why in general I love comedy, just being silly and fun and yeah, of course, I don't care. Fine, you can do whatever you want to do. You want to troll with me. Chris is trying to make me a better comedian. Yeah, it probably will be a fun call, so call in. Call. I just called to say I hate you in your big forehead. They were playing some fun songs too before the AJR came on. They were really good. That was a really good concert. Lots of fun. My daughter and my boyfriend and his daughter went. It was so much fun and so this is creepy. John's gonna get mad at me for doing this, but this is his shirt. The girls do this, okay? We smell our boyfriend's shirt and we hug it. sleep with it at night. I gotta return that to him because I have his Nirvana shirt still sitting on my bed as well. He's like, and I will say, I should just buy him a new one. So he has a new Nirvana shirt because I forget. I just called to say, alright. I was gonna do these in the other room. Yeah. I just called to say, okay, sorry, we're gonna move this over so we can do our actually no, okay, but we can do like hang out and all that stuff. High picks and twerking always wins the crowd. Don't forget. Thank you. Yeah, what is that about? Thank you, OK. Modding it up as usual. OK's a faithful mod. Hey, well, so when I get off here, I'm doing leads and writing, and I'm gonna apply for this competition. There's 2 competitions. I definitely couldn't do the back pen stretch like that at the beginning of the year. For sure, I was definitely fucking hurting because I was used to doing it every day when I would teach, and now I haven't been teaching as much. What the hell am I talking about? At all. I was thinking of doing like an old class just on my own, like saying, getting a space by my daughter's place where she grew. I'm watching my kids and just doing a class for like adults and be like, hey, open jazz funk class. Like, come take it and see what they charge. Because sometimes they're like, you have insurance. Like, I used to have insurance for my theater company. Hey, fucking up. An extra cost you don't have. I don't want to do that. So, but at the end of the day, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find a place to do it. Ugh. I just called to say. Wait, hold on. Now this is not moving back? Oh, come on. No, that's not what I want. That looks horrible. This feels good on my lower back. So, like, these specifically, I need to do more of crunches.
Silver Star.
Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. I just called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Week crunches. We'll get there. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. There's more water there. More water. It never fits in the screen. Okay, so mad funny competition. I want to just show you guys before we. Okay. Oh, there's Grace. This is my friend. Have Grace on the. Grace was on the line with us. She's a friend I met in Austin.
Star.
Thank you for the silver stars. Appreciate you, Angel. Appreciate you. So, whoops. We're going to see what. No, not back to me with that. Okay. What did you guys think of the Mike Cannon interview? So we want to see, who would you like me to interview next? Anybody? Actually, I mean, just put it in the chat because I'll reach out to them. I've reached out to Mark Norman as much as I could figure out how, because he doesn't have a direct contact sheet on his website. But we'll try again, DM and all that stuff. Joke I want to make about people texting you shit pisses you off, and then just drop a bomb, and then you have to deal with it the next day. What do you guys think? I think there's a joke somewhere, right? It's like crop dusting in your car. I don't know. I'm just working stuff. Here we go. I'm just kidding. I hate that shit, and it's just like that was the one thing is like when I like creating jokes from some of the stuff that gives me anxiety, so that like I can do something productive with the anxiety that's happening, or with the nerves, and. Good morning, Mike. I think that's part of it of like why I start to, the narrative stuff comes more easily to me than just observational jokes. But again, like I saw this weekend, like I looked at my material, my 1 minute, and I said, okay, what's gonna work is if you were on stage doing, let's say you did I was doing 3 minutes, I would go in with my mom. I'm Italian, grew up Italian. I mean, like I would do like I say sorry all the time, like I'll have sex and say, I'm so sorry. Therapist said, why? What with childhood trauma it happened to you? You apologize for everything. I'm like, I don't know, I'm Catholic. So like that, like those things that are broader, that's not like, I'm a mom. Because I feel like they would have cared. Oh, we got 48 likes. Oh, I guess the number's not going up when I had to refresh the YouTube stream. I didn't realize that. This is not a flat. This is a flattering. See how you do in the. I physically can't. That's where I'm at. That feels really good on me, actually. I can only get my water so I don't get dehydrated again. I love summer. Don't go away, Summer. It's already August, what, 10th? Is today the 10th? Oh, that's good. It's really good, actually. Nice, Oki. I like that. I like that. I think that's I mean, and like, I think that's something people brought up before too. It's like, uh, here, how do can I copy that? I want to put that in my notes so I don't forget to go back to that. What is the thing with forgetting shit? Like, I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Like, I don't want to be forgetting shit. I don't like that. That happens to me. It pisses me off. I have done like, I've done the jokes about like people said, one comment that we had months ago that was like, your face looks like a man, but you still lie. Everybody always laughs at that, but then at one point I did it, and then someone's like, where's the punch? Like, that's just telling us what someone said in your chat, you know? So, finding a way around that. Hey, that's good! Oh, I love that. I actually think it's pretty funny. I think, here's the thing though, the reality is, we're just trying to have fun on the stream also, and grow and build and whatever. Not and whatever, but grow and build. But yes, actually, John came up with something similar about in the interview portion when we were saying, he's like, I feel I'm able to grow my YouTube channel by talking about launching my comedy career, stretching, and it's gone pretty big. It's either they're very interested in learning about my comedy career, or they enjoy me doing jumping jacks in the morning, before I've had a chance to pull it on the old, I have an act for any jokes. Let's see. I don't do that. So, guys, here we are. We have shows on. We have a show on Friday in Morristown, and then I have a show on Saturday in Montclair. Hoping to get some more spots at Sanford. I'm going to send my avails to them now. And hopefully, so missed out on Bananas this weekend, but that's okay. Phil Tony was really amazing. I'm really glad I got the experience was cool. And I'm glad I was a part of it. So just what the biggest lesson it taught me is to just keep writing. Just keep writing. And the second lesson, not everybody knows what they're doing, even if they've been doing it for 10, 15 years. So find the people that are where you would like to be and still going up on that ladder, and continue to take their notes. And I also think that people who are maybe where I am and are actively growing and positive, it's helpful to hear what they have to say too, right? But yeah, so continuing to fill my pool of people with people that are where I would like to be in networking. Try to get you to do a joke. I don't use ChatGPT to write my sets, but we do that on the Twitter stream later too. So Twitter? Did I say Twitter? I meant Twitch. Sorry. Join me tonight, 11:30 Twitch. Might be a little earlier. So just make sure you follow me on there, and you have all of the notification buttons. No, I am doing something in that realm, and I'm not less stressed. It's worse. So the thing is, that's going to be a distraction. It's always going to be a problem. I also like, it's okay. I'll figure it out. Thank you, Chris. That is the opposite of what would happen. I'll be taking my time away from doing this and my stand up. So we're okay. I'm also a very neurotic person, and I will be okay. I'm actually more relaxed than I used to be, believe it or not. when I lived with my parents, when I got divorced and like with my grandmother, someone said to me, they're like, yeah, you were definitely less like, so I thought this was a while ago. They were like, yeah, I mean, you were definitely more calmer now than you were living with your parents. I'm like, really? How could you tell? They're like, you just tell. All right. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget, 11:30 tonight. It was like 20. Sorry, Michael Jenkinson just asked a question. Michael Jenkinson just asked a question. Hang on. What was, it was 27 officially. I know unofficially would be, but 27. I was like engaged for a year and a half. I think 27 is pretty young, to be honest with you, now that I look back at it. But back then, you think you're getting older, and you're like, oh my God. I think I'm getting older now, but I have to always say 44 is someone's 25. You know, I do believe that
Russian and Turkish myself anytime I come to cities in the world. Tell them I also have.
that was funny. Doing a Russian bath. Okay, that was funny. Now, when was I my happiest? 100 now. 100% now. And I actually think that you should always be at your happiest in the present. Do you agree? Oh, now I can't leave the stream if Rosie's on. Do a couple more stretches. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing? Hang on. I'm going to play some music while I heat up my coffee. All right. Now it's... Let's go. 25 almost twice. You're happier. Stop. You're happier now that when you're raising your kids being in love. I'm in love and I'm raising my kids right now. So yes. Thank you for subscribing, Marion. I appreciate you. Mwah. Thank you, the one. I just called to say I love you. All right. Your son is officially 18. I mean, I wasn't, well, right. I loved raising my daughter as a baby. That I loved, but I was not at, oh my God. Speaking of 44, note to self. You need to stretch that muscle when you move it. Well, that's how I felt. I loved raising my daughter when she was a baby, of course, but not being in love. And that's the part women want to be in love, you know, we love it. I think men want to be in love too. Do you guys want to be in love? Thank you, the one. I appreciate that. My energy's amazing. Did you hear that, Chris? Bam, 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 bam. I also love getting on stage and twerking and being silly, but I also don't think that's serving me a purpose by not telling a joke. So yeah, again, I think hosting maybe, I don't know, getting the crowd excited, but I'm doing this 1 minute set. That's why when I go to the mics tonight, I want to be like, joke, 5 minutes. And try to stay away from stories. Although I do think there's something there eventually, but with story, I don't know. I like the end part. Okay. Listen, I love you guys. I gotta hop off now. 11:30 on Twitch. Tomorrow morning on YouTube. I will post on YouTube behind the scenes from Kill Tony this past weekend.